Melon rinds and bits of hot dogs, cookie crumbs and rotten cotton candy, melted ice cream, mustard dribblings, moldy goodies everywhere.
Yes, yes.
Lots of popcorn, apple cores, banana peels, and soggy sandwiches, and gobs of gorgeous coupe de gobble at the fair.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hello, Academy Stars, and welcome to Food Week. This is the week that we celebrate food, the sustenance that keeps us going. And I'm totally grateful for food. In fact, I love food so much. There's not a day that goes by that I am not grateful for the food that I receive in the morning, afternoon, and in the evening. And I think it's a good time to really appreciate the food that we get. And we're going to be focusing on an artist who's done that for the past 30 years. He's a Japanese artist, and his name is Issey Kobayashi. And Mr. Kobayashi has been documenting what he eats every day for the past 30 years. So that means every time he eats his dinner, his breakfast, his lunch, he does a beautiful picture, a rendering and extraordinary detail of what he ate. And the body of work that he's created is super impressive. And it's all over the internet. It's somebody who I just completely admire. And I love looking at the documentation of everything he ate for the past 30 years. So what I'm going to ask you to do is document 3 meals that you do this week. I either want a breakfast, I want a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. And that's 3. And you don't have to do them on every day, but take the time to actually look at what you're eating, enjoy what you're eating, and sort of get a layout of how you would draw that on a piece of paper. I know this is the age of Instagram and taking pictures of what you eat. It's amazing that's what people do as influencers, and take pictures of what they wear, what they eat, where they go for restaurants. It's the whole Instagram world is just flooded with those images. But what Mr. Kobayashi did was he actually took the time to draw. And that's amazing to me, because by drawing your meal, it's also honoring the meal, honoring the creative side of being human, and appreciating that moment that you had by eating your food, which is, to me, a very precious moment in the day, and something that you should be entirely grateful for the people who prepare the meal for you, pack the meal for you, send the meal to you, all the food that gets to the grocery store workers that put it all together, especially in today's times and what's going on. It's more important than ever to take a moment, reflect, do a little creativity to show your appreciation, and document what you eat. So meet me at the demonstration table, and we will do just that.
Welcome to the demonstration table. So here's what I ate for lunch on one day. I did a nice, beautiful salad, trying to stay healthy. I did have some miso soup. And my special treat with a little bit of bread and butter. I have a soft spot for bread and butter. Gotta watch that. And a trusty old glass of water. Not one of my more exciting lunches, but definitely a very good, satisfying lunch. And what I love about the salad is the color, and I think that's why I chose to color this one. So you are to do 3 meals. I would like to see a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But what I want you to do with one of those meals is to color it with as much detail and with as much exciting color as you possibly can. If you looked at Mr. Kobayashi's art, it's very colorful and very enticing and very detailed. I mean, look at the shrimp and the egg and the noodles. It's not like if he made noodles, he didn't make scribbly, scrabbly noodles. He really took the time to show the overlapping and the intricacy of the patterns that the noodle created in his bowl. And you can do that with creating very organized gestural lines like I did in my miso soup. So I added my bowls and my plates. Notice that when I did color, I used multiple types of greens to try to create interest in my lettuce. Outlining on a darker green, doing some lighter green on the inside. Same with the tomatoes. You may not have those options. of coloring at home. Use whatever you have, from watercolor, oil pastels, colored pencils, crayon. And with crayon, you can create a lot of variety with your colors by using the same color by doing light and dark next to each other. So if I had a crayon, and I'll just grab one right here, and I'll do a quick demo of like how to do like a tomato. So here's my tomato. If I go really dark like this, is more like a radish. Sorry about that. And then lightly color on the inside. Totally get that wonderful color variation with just using the one color. You don't need to have multiple colors. If you do, fantastic, do that. If you don't, use the tonal qualities that you can get from going light to dark with your materials. I do want to see one in color. Remember your composition and lay it out. Make it interesting. I don't want to see it like 1, 2, 3, 4 all lined up. Kind of make it pleasing. Sell it to me. I want to buy this food almost. When I looked at Mr. Kobayashi's food, I want to buy his Japanese meals. They look so delicious. I really want to reach in and go, yes, I like those carrots. I like that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's gooey with the jelly and the peanut butter. I want those potato chips. I want that pickle. Really convinced me that this is an awesome meal. And it probably really is, because I think any kind of food you have is pretty awesome. So, I am looking forward to seeing you share this work. Please check out the images of Mr. Kobayashi. They're really worth your time to scroll through and be impressed by another human being showing gratitude towards his meals by documenting them, by coloring them, drawing them, and coloring them for 30 years. That's amazing. He didn't take a picture. That's too easy. He was drawing them. And I think that's something to look at and see if you could kind of try to do it at least 3 times this week. I should ask you to do every single meal for the week, but I'm not. I'm only asking for 3 drawings, 1 drawing that needs to be colored. Show me your stuff, Academy Star. Show me what you got, all right? I miss you, and I look forward to seeing your wonderful and delicious meals.